Say, folks, we're continuing our coverage of the 2014 Chicago Vintage and Custom Drum Show. It's a pleasure to be here. Jim Messina is my name with Vintage Drums Talk, and Mike Curotto. How are you doing, Mike? What's happening, man? We are having a day here today. We're doing a lot of interviews, and here we're doing interviews at the REBEATS Cafe, okay, which is right in between the two main halls. Well, Mike has been gracious enough, as he usually is, to sit down and talk with me about his own personal collection and what he's come across this year. So, Mike, why don't we get started right into it? I believe you picked up something really interesting, kind of like on the lines of last year with that Nard parade drum.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're not known for really marching drums, but in this case, you picked up another, what, is this a field drum?
Yeah, they call it a field drum.
Call it a field drum, okay. I've never seen anything this elaborate in a field drum, actually.
Yeah.
What is this, Ludwig and Ludwig, or?
Yeah, Ludwig and Ludwig, probably 1920s.
Yeah.
Mark Cooper alerted me to it.
Uh-huh.
And it's gold-plated hardware. And the top and bottom rims are engraved like a Triumphal would be.
Yeah.
The thing that sold me, though, is they call it marquetry.
Now I'm looking at this right now, and
I know it is inlay.
Yes, we were talking about that earlier. That when I look at this design, especially in the upper part of the shell,
Every piece is
the little pyramids.
Yeah, every piece is hand, whatever.
You know, that's interesting because they look like it's just different types of wood.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing a green in there.
Yeah.
I don't know what that would
Look
be.
how many, 1, 2, there's like
Just
8, 9, 10 little pieces
Can you
per
imagine
section.
that? And I wonder if they had X-Acto blades in those days.
So
But
they had to maybe job it out. I don't know, but that's what sold it for me to at least start a rare collection of field drums now.
this is truly majestic. I'll say it reminds me of the Lion and Healy drum in Ludwig Jr.'s collection. If you ever saw the video where he holds up that Lion and Healy, I believe it was a rope tension drum, and they were known for this same type of beautiful, intricate, what you're calling marquetry.
I showed it to Johnny Caraviato. He blew him away. He said that is like,
this is just, look at this.
and all that's,
Look at that.
Look at it, yeah.
The eagle claws and the stars, all hand set in there. That is just beautiful.
So I just, it's what I don't collect, but I started.
You had to have it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I do remember Mark Cooper of Cooper's Vintage Drums. He got this and he sent me photos, and I heard that you were going to end up with this. I said, wow, I could see why Mike bought it, even though it's kind of out of your realm.
Yeah.
But you see it, you have the means to get it.
Right.
It's just you have to do it, even though it's a marching drum.
I infiltrated it into the living room, but it's so big that my wife caught it right away. So I might have to move it. I'm not sure yet.
Now, what do we have here? Is this is all gold plated or what?
Gold plated hardware. Yeah.
Everything. Two lugs.
What's interesting is the strainer.
Strainer.
It has the P338 strainer.
Yes.
Which I thought was a special order, but I looked in the catalog. There's a little line that says you can order these drums with these strainers, not the regular single marching kind of strainer.
Isn't that something?
So it's not really it's just an option.
That's great when you can actually look it up,
right,
and you can find it.
So.
Well, this is fantastic. This drum,
it's big, 17 by 12.
Oh yeah, it's big, and it's again, it belongs in the Curotto collection. I think, with all the things you've had, I wonder if you're actually going to start really gravitating towards unusual field drum, marching drums, without getting into the rope tension Civil War era.
Yeah, I got like the Nard drum.
Yeah, the Nard drum last year.
I got a drum from Bill Wanser that it's a twin strainer Leedy. That's rare. And then I got one from Bill Platt. It's a Ludwig. I think you call it a 2-in-1, the strainer.
Yes, right.
So I've started the field drum wing, but rare stuff only.
Well, and this certainly is a rare drum. I just I can't imagine what kind of price would go on that.
I'm going to try to find a woodworker and see what it would cost.
Yeah, really. When you think about
curiosity,
what it cost back then, I wonder what this drum cost with that intricate skill, that woodwork done.
And Black Beauties were probably $3 to engrave it.
That's it?
Then back then. I think that's what John told me. John
Man,
Aldridge, yeah.
that's incredible.
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you, you've had quite a year, Mike. As usual, you send these things out to me, but here at the show, a lot of these people haven't seen some of your latest acquisitions. But the next drum we're going to talk about here, it's a very rare bird. Just the fact that it's basically a Gladstone drum, and I'll let you take it from there. We've got.
I think it's a 39 to 41 Gretsch Gladstone White Marine Pearl. I got it from Mark Cooper also.
Mark has actually, in the last 2 years, when I think about it, Mark is becoming a great source for your collection. Last year you had the zebra drum, and this.
The zebra came from Bunny, but it came from Mark.
Right. Yeah. Right. And then the Nard drum, and now look, we've already done the marquetry drum, and now look at this Gladstone.
It's in. Mark was nice enough to clean it up for me too.
You didn't have to do anything.
No, he did all the work on this one.
Huh.
And it's number 279. Chet Falzerano, the expert on Gretsch and Gretsch Gladstone.
He is known as the Gladstone person. I got a lot of respect for Chet Falzerano because he's one of the guys that has really he's got a group of Gladstones that if you've ever gotten his book, check out his book. It's really something all about Gladstones. That's the Chet Falzerano field, but something like this, Mike Curotto ends up with the Gretsch Gladstone.
So number 279 is one of the later ones he's ever seen. And
tell us about for those who don't know, what about this tuning system?
Yeah, that Gladstone invention. It's a 3-prong key, and one of the sections tightens the top. One of them tightens the bottom while you can still be on the top, though. It's all done from the top.
I see.
And then one of them tightens both from the top. So he wanted it so he thought it looked unprofessional to turn the drum upside down. And if you're in the pits down below in New York, or subterranean where it gets, damp, you can tune the drum while it's just sitting there. So, it's a good idea.
Leave it to Billy Gladstone. He had a lot of other inventions too, didn't he? that were non-percussion related, but we won't go into those right now. This particular drum is fascinating. It's in great shape. Put a year on this again?
I'm told 39 to 41.
Okay.
Yeah.
And look, on the hoop.
Yeah, nice engraved. I thought it was stamped, but it looks engraved.
Yes, it does actually. Now, do you know the story of how the Gretsch got involved with the Gretsch Gladstone versions?
No, honestly, I don't know much. I know Chet's book would probably tells that story.
Once again, Chet Falzerano. That's going to be the answer for this.
And I know after this are the Gladstones. There's the 279.
There's you could see right there the number 279.
It looks like it's embossed, but it's actually stamped. It's like it's indented. Yeah, it has that illusion like it's embossed, but it's not.
It makes me wonder how many Gretsch Gladstones were manufactured. I didn't even know. You got 279
at least
here.
279.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know.
Now what's with the muffler here?
That's that suction muffler thing. And the badge on the outside says muffling. You can find your number you like, and
I see. Yeah, you can see it next to the throw-off there. Unique. You've got Gretsch Gladstones, and then you've got Lang Gladstone, Lang Percussion, putting out very good reproductions of these. I mean, really true to the Gladstone style and everything. And
I was told it's basically a Gladstone except for the single post. The Gladstones have double post.
Okay.
And the same shell, really,
Now, there was no badge on this, no other like like you have the
Gretsch or something.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like you'd have, the person that owned it. A lot of times Billy Gladstone would have put that badge on there, but Gretsch
I've seen Gladstones with the Gladstones engraved into the pearl.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you own one of those?
No,
Okay.
I just own that.
I'm
looking for a two-way now, regular, so I have a three-way and a two-way.
Yeah. That's
or
fantastic.
which would be regular tuning. So.
Yeah. Well, these are fantastic.
Oh, that duplex. That's I'm told by Chet that's what would come on it, and I had a set of those at home. So lucked out.
Duplex snares. That's a famous name back then. What a drum! This really rounds out a collection. I'll tell you. I've seen maybe one other. It was years ago, and it was at this show. Who's the drum detective? Was it
Todd Remy, yes.
I think it was Todd Remy.
He did.
Some years ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
Remember that? He had it.
Black Diamond Pearl.
Yes, that's right. You got a great memory, Mike. Boy, oh boy. Well, I'll tell you, Mike.
Or a sick memory.
We are here for 2 days at the show this year. I'm sitting here with Mike Curotto. Jim Messina is my name for Vintage Drums Talk. We're having a great time this year, 2014, right here at the Kane County Fairgrounds in St. Charles, Illinois. We're going to be back tomorrow. Vintage Drums Talk is going to be covering both halls. Stay tuned, folks. We're glad to be here, and stay tuned. You're going to see some more vintage drums and some great vintage drum collectors. Thank you, Mike, once again.
Always my pleasure.
Okay, stay tuned. We're going to be here with Mark Cooper, Lord Dave Brown, Chuck Scalia, and Joe Loma. Take care, folks. Jim Messina, we'll see you tomorrow.